All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Halalyum, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so this is going to be the part 2 of the last video I did. All right, bloodlines of the Illuminati going into the Rothschilds family. All right, now I'm not going to leave off. I'm not going to pick up where I left off in the last video. I'm more deeper into the chapter. All right, but I thought I'd read this for y'all, man. All right, so let's get it, man. All right, so it says the first great temple. All right, it says the Illuminati are building their temples secretly throughout the United States. Yep. All right, it says the last issue of this newsletter described the massive pyramid that has been built at Las Vegas. All right, and there's another Las Vegas pyramid that they just built within the last couple of years, if I'm not mistaken, as well. All right, it says pyramids have also been at San Francisco, all right, the Trans-America building, and in Chicago and in other eastern places. The San Francisco building was built by people with ties to the Rockefellers, all right, just north of San Francisco and east of the Bohemian Grove is the Napa Valley of California. All right, Anton Lavey. All right, Anton Lavey was the one that started the Satanic Temple, and he wrote what the Satanic book, or lack of a better word, the so-called quote unquote Satanic Bible, or whatever you want to call it. All right, it says Anton Lavey, all right, moved to Napa Valley. All right, after his split with Aquino. All right, Lavey ran a construction company during the 1910. All right, out of Napa, CA. All right, as an aside, all right, Anton Lavey's chief representative in our Portland area is Rex Diablos. All right, Church. All right, who grew up as Rex Nance in Seaside High School on the Oregon coast. Rex worked at the drugstore at Broadway and Holiday, all right, at Seaside during high school. 2 years later, after high school, he returned to his hometown with his head shaved and wearing black in Lavey fashion. All right, he had a stripper who dressed in black, who was a Satanist, as his girlfriend for a while in the Portland area. According to Rex's own words, he grew up in a secret satanic family who was baptized to Satan as a child. Rex and his satanic friends have schemed how to hurt Christians. All right, how many of their devious plans have succeeded, I do not know. All right. Also of interest is that Rex lived a good deal with his what has been reported as Jehovah's Witnesses grandparents. All right. With the Church of Satan feeling comfortable in Napa, it is not surprising that the Baron and Baroness, all right, Philippi de Rothschild, all right, picked the area to build a secret temple of Satan. And that's all these elites do. That's all they do. They're the wicked. That's all these elites do around the clock, 24/7. That's all they do is worship Satan, man. They do all these type of satanic rituals. These elites, man. The elite banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, all right, the Krupps, the Asters, all right. All these Illuminati elite banking families, man. That's all they do. All right. It says also, as readers of this newsletter know, These people have been constructing castles and other large buildings on spiritual ley lines, all right, or ley lines for centuries. So it goes without saying that when the secret temple was built in Napa, that the icy lines were at least considered in choosing a site. All right. The Baron Rothschild began the construction of a pyramid in Napa Valley, which his wife completed after he died. The pyramid is called Opus 1, according to one of the contractors who participated in the building. All right. The pyramid, all right, the project cost 35 million. The various construction cost reports given the public have been much less than what this contractor has said was the real cost of the building. All right. The theme of the number 3 and 6 runs throughout the large Opus 1 pyramid building. All right, as well as the number 666. Also, little circles frequently appear, and 666. All right, the scriptures say that's the number of men. That's the number. That's the number of Esau, man. 666. All right, Esau. Starting with the elite banking families, man. The wicked that the Bible speaks of, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Starting with the elites. All right. The name of the building is Opus 1, which means the first work. Its cover or front of the temple is that it is a winery. All right. Yeah, because all of their temples, all right, all the where all the everywhere that these elites go, all these people that sit in high places like these Freemasons and all these Illuminati bloodlines, every time they build a company or a secret place of satanic worship or whatever, all right, it's a front. They make a front business of it, to act like it's a certain business, but it's not. It's actually a place where they worship Satan, man. All right. So it says the name of the building is Opus 1, which means the first work. All right. Its cover or front of the temple is that it is a winery. The winery operates very strangely to a legitimate winery. The entire project of buying the land, building Opus 1, and operating it has been shrouded in secrecy, of course. All right, the wineries in California, when they open traditionally and normally, are open to the public. The open ceremonies of Opus 1 were shrouded in secrecy. The opening announcement was low-key, and only select people and select international media types were invited. This opening is extremely unusual for a winery in the Napa Valley area, of course. All right, because it's not a real winery. All right, private guided tours are very hard to obtain of Opus 1, in contrast to the other wineries in Napa Valley. Further, the estate that the winery temple sits on is very protected and secluded. The wrought iron gates are always closed. However, I was able to get a first-hand report from a group of 3 that managed to view Opus 1. During the tour, this group saw many occult and satanic items, and yet large areas of the winery temple were closed off to even this private tour group. All right. The winery is not constructed even remotely similar to any winery in the U.S. The project began as a joint venture between Robert Mondavi and Baron Rothschild in 1979. The land was secretly purchased, and in the late 1960s, construction quietly began using contractors from far away. Strangely, the Napa Valley Register, all right, which reports on all building activity, remained extremely quiet about what was being built. Yeah, because they were getting paid off, man. All right. From the air, the construction forms a Masonic square and compass. Yeah, the Masonic symbol, man. All right. See, everything they do is in symbols and numerology and all of that. How they set things up, man. All right. It says, from the air, just like when you from the when you from a sky view, when you say you're all the way up in the sky and you looking down on Washington, all right, it creates the image of I think it's an owl, if I'm not mistaken, you know, or a Masonic symbol, if I'm not mistaken. All right, it says the land was secretly purchased, and in the 1960s, all right, construction quietly began using contractors from far away. Strangely, the Napa Valley Register, which reports on all building activity, remained extremely quiet about what was being built. From the air, the construction forms a Masonic square and compass, and all Freemasonry is witchcraft and sorcery and wizardry, man. All right, and Satanism, man. Kabbalism. All right. It says on the inside, hidden stairwells and other hidden features have been built in. The capstone of the pyramid has a rotunda where skylight penetrates the capstone, all right, and where viewers can get a view of the entire Napa Valley. All right, there have numerous Rothschilds who have entered into the various Masonic rites. All right. For instance, Louis Rothschild was a 32nd degree Scottish Rite Mason in Chicago during the 1890s. The reason for this is that Freemasonry is used as type of early class for those who are in the Illuminati. And again, Freemasonry is nothing but witchcraft, sorcery, wizardry, Satanism, Kabbalism, all types of just wickedness, bro. You can read all about that in Codex Magica by Tex Mars. All right. It says to get them familiar with the symbols of the mystery religions and give them more practice with hand signals, rituals, and secrecy. Yeah, and that's what they're all about, is all hand signals and rituals and secrecy, man. It says orchids, all right, which are used by the mothers of darkness, are grown all over the area. Orchids are the only type of flower grown on the site, and they are cared for by apparently mothers of darkness who are dressed in all black, all right, which is the standard color of garb of the mothers of darkness. Yeah, because that's the color of witchcraft. All right. The pyramid was built with limestone from Texas. All right. No doubt there is some occult significance to this site that the limestone came from. All right. The limestone itself has fossils which have been hidden from easy view for some reason. All right. Remember, the ancient Egyptian pyramids used limestone. All right. It says originally Opus 1 was scheduled to open around the summer solstice, but the date was shifted to Wednesday, October 30th, 1991. All right, which is the day before Halloween. All right, it said, man, these elites is wicked as hell, bro. All right, that's Esau Edom for you, man. That's why they're known as the wicked in the Bible. Esau Edom, the so-called white race, starting with the elites, man. All right, it says since the opening day, the Rothschilds have had events scheduled around satanic high days. All right, those who are familiar with the occult know that these events are covers for satanic rituals which are held secretly. Yep. The land has wrought iron gates which are locked at all times. All right. Some of the occult items which private visitors saw within the pyramid were a book on wine depicting orgies by Salvador Dali, all right, or Dali, all right, who is a Satanist, a blue-black picture with naked ritual dancers and other strange occultic pieces of art, such as an oil painting of what looked like Satan, all right, massive draconian oak doors, all right, massive draconian oak doors, are built facing the hell that leads to the room where wine is tasted. Wow. Mirrors abound in the place. The gilded artwork on the mirrors is often Rococo. All right. The gilded artwork on the mirrors is often Rococo. Matter of fact, let me look that up real quick. The term Rococo was first used in print in 1825 to describe decoration which was out of style and old fashioned. All right. All right. Let's get it. Where was that? All right. It says the Baroness personally designed and furnished the interior. The upside down peace sign, all right, is found designed in some of the furniture as barren trees. All right. 2 trees of life from Peru are by the fireplace. The tree of life is, by the way, very important to this level of Illuminati. All right. The visitors also saw 3 Mutin ceremonial drinking cups with rams and chairs, which had the carvings on the front arms and legs of fully formed demons were found in one of the rooms. Wow. All right. The foyer looks, Esau, wicked as hell, bro. The border of wickedness, as they're known in the Bible, man. All right. The foyer looks like the inside of a snail or corkscrew. All right. Much of the furnishing were purchased by the Baroness Rothschild. All right. From the de Medicis. All right. From the de Medicis. All right. It has various marble floors and tables set with orchids. The stainless steel and the floors in the winery are immaculate. All right. The workers who work there were scrutinized closely before being hired. Originally, the wine workers were required to wear black pants. Spelled it wrong. To wear black pants and white shirts. All right. But the workers who had to stomp the grapes were unhappy about the uniform requirements. I have been, all right, trying to follow the Rothschild family with its many branches. All right. Although the Rothschilds are seen as great internationalists, don't be surprised if some of the people of the Rothschilds seem somewhat middle class. For instance, the Millington, all right, M-I-N-E of Flint, all right, M-I, one family dominates the toes, all right. This family is the Bauer family. Stan Bauer was a man who mysteriously simply attracted material possessions to himself without any visible source of money. His son Harold Bauer, a 32 degree Mason who sat on the Halton Lake City Council. His next son Terry Bauer was also a Mason. Bro, they're all Masons, bro. Like, this is a long line of masonry and witchcraft, bro. That's all it is. All right. It says, who was also a Mason, also had a position in local government and was on the school board. All right. His daughter Barbara Bauer married, because that was the name of the Rothschild family before they was known as the Rothschilds, the Bauer family. All right. His daughter Barbara Bauer married Jim Hager, who was also a Mason who lived in Grand Blanc, south of Flint. There is certainly more that could be said about the satanic Rothschild bloodline. All right. But this is where I bring this article to a close with the statement that, Lord willing, I will write more about them later. All right. So that's the end of it, man. All right. So Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, this was edifying, man. That this was good information to y'all, man. Maybe some of y'all watching it, whoever might watch this video, could bring out, could break it down even more, man. Bring out more information, go into it, bringing out scripture and all of that, man. All right. So with that being said, I want to say call Halalyum. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakal Kritash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. All right, and until the next one, Shalom, Shalom.